Hi guys, my name is Carly and this is my channel, Mystic of Venice. Welcome to your eclipse reading. This is going to be a pick a deck reading. So I've got 3 decks here with stones on them and I'll show them to you in just a moment. But I'm not an astrologer, but I'm definitely an astrology enthusiast, and I would encourage you to, look up or read any information that you want to know about the astrology of the eclipse in the Lunar New Year, which is February 17th today. It happened this morning. But what I will say is that the themes of this whole month and the eclipse in the Lunar New Year have been about the veils of illusion lifting when as leaving Pisces and entering Aries. And in Aries, Aries and the fire horse, we are taking action on our dreams. So practical steps towards the future, and on a fiery horse too. So like we've got a lot of energy and everybody's kind of rearing to go. With eclipses bring sudden changes, plus or minus 30 days. And this one is a lunar eclipse, and then the solar eclipse. Now this one's the solar eclipse. The next one's the lunar eclipse. This one is an Aquarius, and as you know, we are in the age of Aquarius. What else? Um, Neptune went from Pisces to Aries. Saturn is conjunct with Neptune. And our next eclipse is a lunar blood moon eclipse in Virgo Pisces axis, which is about divine feminine healing, work-life balance, and wellness. So eclipses come in pairs, and that's why I mention it, because they do affect each other. They come in pairs. They happen every year, a couple times a year, and so here we are. But this one's very potent. There's a lot coming with this one, especially in combining with this new 14-year cycle of Aries. We've been kind of waiting a long time and for things to start changing, so things are going to start moving really rapidly. And on that note, I'd like to get into your reading. So I'm going to go over the 3 decks now, and then I'll put time stamps below, so you can just go to the reading you want, or I'll watch all 3. Okay, so this one's a Rider-Waite deck. It's holographic, so it's sometimes catches some color in the sun. And that one I have an Amazonite, and these get their color from the Amazon River in Brazil. It's like a beautiful teal color, and as well as like an orange carnelian, which represents energy, positive energy. And then the next deck I have is the Lightseers deck. Everybody loves this deck. If you haven't seen it, it's like a more I was going to say contemporary style illustrated deck, and is very beautiful. That one I have here, a hagstone from my beach here in Venice, and it's got a couple of little holes in it, and it's delightful, right? And then the third deck is the Ethereal Tarot, and this is an Art Nouveau style art, but the characters in it are wearing like Renaissance style costumes, and it has gold leafing on it, and it's also quite beautiful, right? So on that deck here, which is this one, I have this lepidolite, this lavender colored lepidolite. This stimulates the crown chakra. It kind of feels like selenite, but it's got mica in it. It's more waxy. Yeah, love that one. So choose your deck, and I'll pop the timestamps in the comments, and then you can just go to the one. So I'm going to start with this first deck, and I made a little spread chart of what I wanted to do. So let's get a little shuffle and see what's happening for group 1. Okay. Oh, and this is my cat Odie, and he always likes to get in the way right before I start reading. Make sure that he's taking up all the room on the desk, but we'll allow it, right? Okay, so, oh boy. Oh, that's not the first one. Come on. Okay, so the first one is you, the Carrot. This represents you at this time. You may feel like there is an injustice in your life, or that, like, you maybe have been waiting for the scales of justice to balance. Um, it could just be really hard right now in your life. Or you could also just be like, I feel like that's what it is. It's like you right now. It's a time where like life just isn't fair. It doesn't feel fair, and you know, it's like you have clarity and a sound mind, um, but it's like you feel like you're like a party of one. And it's like something you have to go through on your own. You may not want to like receive help, but just only like to get what you're owed, or to be able to kind of, I don't know, work the kind of job that you're uh, worthy of. Something like this, It could just be like, you could just be like kind of going through the pits right now and waiting for things to get better too. Let's see here. What are you releasing at this time? Oh, jeez, wow. Healing. I feel like you've been healing for a long time. Got these two cards. The King of Swords. So you've been healing for a long time, and you're starting to feel better. Like you're starting to feel more yourself. You're starting to have more clarity, like the King of Swords, and like you've really explored your mind and your motives, and um, what makes you tick. And like you've come to a level here where like things, like you've been through the healing, and yes, there'll always be more healing, but you're like at a point where you really understand yourself, right? And, like it puts you at ease. um like you're strong now, and so like you're not fragile, whatever this was. So you're releasing that. You can also be releasing like a need to be in control, or you've just like learned how to transmute that energy. Actually, that's the next one. What do you need to transmute? Let's see. What do you need to transmute at this time during this eclipse season? Because eclipses bring sudden change. What was that? Eclipses bring sudden change, and unexpected change, and it doesn't have to be huge, but it can be depending on like how it's aspected in your chart at what degrees. So you have the Page of Swords. This is what you need to transmute. So you may have felt like, see, like you are the King of Swords now, right? Like you've worked your way up, but like you are transmuting this feeling of like, it could be a little bit of imposter syndrome, um, or like, feeling like when you're telling your ideas to people, not feeling confident about it, or like maybe feeling a little shy or sheepish. This is what you're transmuting. Like you are moving that stagnant energy out of your life at this time. Um, yeah. It's a lot about perspectives too. There's like a shift in perspective here. Um, in this card, there's like actually a lot of wind. You'll see the trees in the background down there, and these little birds up here. Um, which I feel like that makes the Page of Swords fickle, like somebody that changes their mind as I get new information, of course. But then with the King of Swords, it's like solidified with time and healing. Like you now have clarity of mind, and people can't like sway you as easily as they used to, because like you come correct. You like stand your ground, right? And then what are you calling in? What are you calling into your life at this time? What are you calling into your life at this time? Oh, rest and reflection. It's in reverse, but it's like, it's just slow coming. It's like you don't really have time for rest and reflection. Even though you were just doing all that healing, I feel like you would have. It's in reverse, though. A lot of swords energy. What is this? What are you calling in? You got the Hierophant in reverse, which I feel like that is some untraditional type of spirituality. I feel like as you learn new information, you need to sit with it first before you like speak to others about it, to know how you really feel about it. It's like maybe you need more time to process information before you share your feelings about it, because that has like gotten you into trouble in the past here, I see. And what are you calling it? And you got the Hierophant in reverse, so I feel that it's some type of like, you are going to need to speak in front of people, like some type of public speaking, or being able to like, now that you have your thoughts in a perspective, and you've grown, like the reason you need to have time to process this information is because you're going to be sharing it. The Hierophant speaks in front of large groups of people all the time about, his opinion on spiritual matters and things like this. This is a traditional type spirituality, but I could see here that it could also be something untraditional because it was in reverse. It's also, but it could be either. And so you're calling that in at this time. Like, I feel like you really want to speak your ideas out into the public, from what I'm seeing here in this reading. Okay, so let's see. What you don't see coming. At the bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming is the Five of Swords. And, like, it just could be, with the Hierophant in reverse, that, like, maybe your ideas aren't as received as well as you would like them to be. But it's important for you to get your ideas out. Otherwise, like, so that's what's healing you, is to get your ideas out there, to share your voice, and like not everybody likes it, but so what? There's a lot of people that do, so like if you are starting a YouTube channel, like a podcast or something, um, and so you get some like negative comments, don't be offended, because there's like millions of people on YouTube, and just the fact that somebody commented on your video means it's good. It's like something like that, and like, you also too, like, competition fuels, fosters creativity, and some people thrive on competition. It can be conflict too, but when conflict comes in to make things uncomfortable so that you make the necessary changes, right? So, I mean, I kind of see that as a good thing, but like maybe you weren't expecting it to be received to be controversial in that way. Um, like maybe your words are making an impact, and so, that is one way it's making an impact. If people, when it's not received well, it means that like it's made an impact on them, and that's why they are, making like a hubbub about it, right? Okay, so the next thing is, what's the challenge? That's what you don't see coming. So challenges. What are the challenges here for group one? for eclipse energy. What are the challenges coming in? The Lovers. I almost feel like that's what you don't see coming. Yeah, the challenge is the Lovers. So, like, if you are not in a relationship now, then this would be a challenge for you to, like, connect with somebody in that way. If you are in a relationship, it could be that whatever you're doing is like maybe your partner could be a little competitive with you on that. Because you're definitely sharing your ideas here, your perspective. You know, you're even changing your perspective on something. Why is the Lovers in the challenge position? Yeah. Yeah, it's about competition. Like, I think it's going to be in the challenge position because maybe you're doing something unexpected, and people do expect us to stay the same, right? But when you've done a lot of healing, you can't stay the same anymore. And so you have this card here is a Seven of Wands, and it's like he's got the advantage, but like the people below him are the competition. You know, this is the Five. There's a lot of growth that comes with this and learning, but it can definitely be challenging. Um, and something that you are wanting to work on. How can these challenges be transmuted? What can Group 1 do to make these challenges go more smoothly? Well, this card is about nostalgia and fond memories. So I think it's like about remembering the little things, how much you love each other, your good memories that you've had and good memories that you'll make. And just remembering like who you are, like what's the motivation here of being competitive with your partner. I think once that happens, this will be a good way to smooth things out. So I feel like that is not going to be super complex for you. I mean, this seems actually like a pretty good, easy read. Not bad. So what are the blessings you have coming in? What blessings does Group 1 have for this eclipse energy? The blessings is you're going to have a lot of work. So, you know, remember at the beginning when I was saying that you felt like something wasn't fair, and I had a feeling that it might be about finances. Just because this is going on a lot in the world with layoffs and new technologies and jobs becoming outdated, like our skill sets becoming outdated and needing to learn new things, going to new careers. So it feels like there's actually going to be like a lot of work coming in, which is great. That's a blessing here. Let me see, what other blessings are coming in for Group 1? I don't know if that's a blessing, but you're at the end of a difficult cycle, right? Because you have had all of these swords. So did you have the one? You have the page, you have the 4. But it's going to be the end of a difficult cycle, and this is a blessing because then you can start like a new cycle, and you're going to have also a new like intuition, new feelings of intuition, new emotions coming your way. And just like, you know, more fun time, like, so you're going to have more work, you're going to have new feelings, and definitely intuition I'm feeling here, and this is going to probably help you to end this cycle here. So like something's ending whether you're expecting it or not, because that's what happens with eclipses, right? And you know, even if it doesn't happen right away, it could have happened already, or it could be happening, but things start to change because energies change and people change with the energies, and then they are called to do different things, and it's just how it is. Let's see, what is this Ten of Swords here for? What is this Ten of Swords here for? Let's find out. What's this Ten of Swords here for? Wasn't that already there? Yeah, it's like, because you're not going to feel trapped anymore by, like, you're not going to be feeling like you're being put in a box, and people not understanding your views, like, you're ready to, like, take off. It's a blessing to not be in this cycle anymore, basically. And so, like, these feelings of, isolation and like not being able to communicate your ideas with people, it's coming to an end because of this healing. And so that is really a blessing, and it's going to show up, in, you know work and in your intuition as well, or new love for some of you. Also, for those of you that are not in a relationship, new love could come at this time too. So this is all looking very good, and I'm going to leave it here and get on to the next deck. So thank you so much, Group 1, and definitely pop it down in the comments which group you were in, and if you resonated with this reading. I would really appreciate it. All right, cool. Cool. All right, let me see here. Okay, Group 2, welcome. So this is a Light Seers deck with this really cool hag stone from Venice Beach. Oh, that almost looks like a face there. Wait. Oh. Easter Island, maybe? That's pretty cool. Alright, so let's start first with what card most represents the Karen in Group 2, the Knight of Wands. This is somebody that's like really fiery, passionate. They can tend to like act before they think, both in good times and in bad, right? So they could be really fun and lively and fun at the party, but they could also, have a hot temper as well. And you got the Ten of Wands upside down, so it talks about leaving a tough situation. And I feel like you have left a tough situation, or you're about to leave a tough situation, and this represents you right now. It's like you're fun, you're fiery. It's like there's a horse here. You're the fire horse. It's like you are feeling this energy really strongly, and you are like ready, to make some changes here. It's a very much like burn it down kind of, like, if I want to say fuck it, I don't care, that kind of energy. But she's also like having a lot of fun here. And so you kind of just like, you know what, I'm leaving behind these tough cycles with the Ten of Wands. I'm going to leave these burdens behind. These are both wands, by the way, so they're both very fiery. You could be a fire sign as well. Okay, so let's see here. What are you releasing? What are you releasing at this time? Group 2, what are you releasing? Oh! The Magician and the Page of Pentacles. That's interesting. I mean, it's an interesting placement for the Magician. I feel like there has been some sort of like self-mastery here. You could feel like the sense of mystery or the magic has been like worn out of a situation. Like when this veil is lifted, it's sort of like in The Wizard of Oz when they draw back the curtain, they see it's just like a goofy old man back there, and he doesn't really know, how to help Dorothy or the others, and it's just a person. So I feel like the illusion is what you're releasing, you know. You're releasing the illusion. If you are like a magic practitioner, I would say you're releasing, um, like maybe you're releasing the need to control your magic so much, or like to control things as much. You know, to like manipulate the energies and like maybe just um, kind of let things take shape as they go. Then you have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. You may be leaving behind a business idea. Um, or you are leaving behind releasing lack mentality. Could be both. You know, because the Page of Pentacles is the start of a new, reliable, stable future. It's like the Page of Pentacles is, it's just in the idea phase here. So that's why I think it's like lack mentality. You know, you're growing into who you are. And like you are a magician, which is why they feel like it's weird that it's in this releasing era. Um, Position, I mean. But yeah, it's like the releasing the need to like push so hard to make things happen that like don't want to happen, and you like try and like forcing the situation to happen, and you can like get by like that, but it's not without work, and it's like you have to continually um, make magic, if you know, so to speak. Like if the job continually, you have to continually be working on it all the time just to make it work, then it's not really working, right? Needs to have more profit than that or something like that, right? This is what I'm getting. And then let's see, what do you need? What energy do you need to transmute? So that's like what thing that feels negative can you switch into a positive, like to transform the energy in your favor? Let's see, what do you need to transmute? Group 2. What does group 2 need to transmute? Oh, it's self-sufficiency. So I think it's like the energy. This is the energy of like feeling like I always have to do it by myself because it came out in reverse. I have to do everything on my own. It's transmuting that energy instead of thinking like, oh, well, I have to do everything by myself. You're thinking now you're transmuting that to, I don't need anybody to do these things for me because I already can do these things for myself, right? And so it takes like that frown and turns it upside down. You know what I mean? Like, um, yeah, you know, it puts a happy spin on it where you can actually appreciate the fact, like, not only do I do all these things, but now I like know how to do all these things, and I feel self-sufficient, and I know I can do these things myself because I do them all the time, right? Like, um, it's like not having to ask for help, um, and things like that. Charity, favors, um, and the Nine of Pentacles, she's like well on her way to like becoming the Queen of Pentacles, then the Empress, right? Like this is a happy card. And she is like supremely abundant, you know. She's got all of her like fruits of her labor. They usually depict these cards like on the plants as like fruit. We know they're coins. It also stands for health, but um, she's got so much that she can like save it. She's hanging it to dry it, all her herbs, and yeah, like she's stacked for the hard times now. Um, let's see here. That was. What do you need to transmute? Oh, what energy? What new energy are you calling in? What are you calling in at this time? Ooh, Justice. The last deck got this Justice as their current card, their questioner card. But you are calling in justice. Justice. You want to see the scales of balance um, become equal again. You know, like if you were having a tough time, and that's why you're coming into this era, and like that's why you had this financial struggle and the need to kind of like uh, manipulate that aspect of your life, like always continually trying to figure out how you're going to make it work, how, you know, ends are going to meet. You're kind of coming out of this era, and the karmic scales of justice are coming into balance. Like you're going to see some benefit from this. You know, it's like karma, it's like karmic rewards are coming back to you. So even if it's not rewards for this enterprise you were doing, that you put so much energy forth, you know, sometimes the universe, they send that back in other ways. So look out for how that can be coming back to you, because energy gets energy. Good energy gets good energy. So if you've been working on something really hard, you know, chances are like maybe you do end up getting like a job offer that you wouldn't have thought of because of this business you're closing or something, right? So, yeah. What else about this justice? Anything else about this justice? I feel like this mirrors the world stage too, you know, with everything going on. I think that a lot of people are kind of concerned with how justice system is, how justice would play out for the world, dramas, you know, um, horrors, the moon, yeah. What is that? What are you calling in? Yeah, you want, this is intuition, psychic intuition, that you're calling in, but also it's like truth. It's like shining a light on the things that are in the dark that you can't see. You know, you can't see them in the dark in the nighttime, but on the full moon night, then you can see, you know, behind all, there's no shadows anymore. You can see it all in the nighttime sky. So it's about something shedding, coming to light. So I feel for you, you might be finding something out. Um, or you're actually literally calling in your intuition to be more intuitive, um, and to, you know, and to receive the skills, to receive justice in a matter. You know, whether this is an actual legal case or just like life has been unfair lately, or work has been unfair, right? You know, you're outputting more than you're receiving, and so then it's just not even. But the universe will see this, and they will provide, you know. So let's see here. What you don't see coming. Hmm. You know, the Five of Pentacles isn't just like monetary issues, like budget issues, but it's also just like feeling like you're on the outside, like feeling like you're an outsider, isolated, alone. This card, she's in a room. It's sort of very like kind of Alice in Wonderland, where the key's really big. Maybe she can't reach it or something. But the key is right there, and if she would just figure out how to use it, you know, it wouldn't be the end of the world. And like on the other, and the right away, it's like they could go into that church. They don't have to be outside there begging, but they don't, right? So what you don't see coming, there may be like, I would say that there's going to be some sort of financial expenditure. Um, or something that you don't see coming is making you feel like on the outside. Um, like separated. Um, moody. But these things don't last forever. We will find out what your blessings are right now. Let's see. Why else is the Five of Pentacles here? Let's find out. King of Swords. This has to do with like a legal matter or some sort of type of diplomacy. You know, the King of Swords is, it could also represent a person. You know, they are smart, they are diplomatic, they are, you know, usually in the legal field, people can't deceive them. In this one, he has a lot of animals with them. It's air energy. The swords are all air energy. A lot of animals and raven wings. And like it appears to me, and like he could talk to these animals in this deck, because the King of Swords like knows he's a good speaker, he's a good conversationalist. Um, but it came in reverse, so I feel like this could be like you're having trouble getting your ideas out. And if it is not that, then it's actually maybe you feel like you're on the outside with this person, right? Maybe this is somebody you're on the outs with, because this is in the challenges position. But we have blessings. So let's see what blessings are coming up here for group 2. What are the blessings for group 2? Oh, sorry, Odie. The blessings is the end of toxic cycles. With the devil there. The end of toxic cycles are coming. Wait, let's see, what other blessings are coming? Nine of Cups. This is like a wish fulfillment card. And you got the Chariot in reverse. So like, maybe because at the end of toxic cycles, you don't have to move. Like, I feel like this is kind of still a financial situation. With especially too, like you had the 10 of Wands here at the beginning, like, you know, leaving a difficult situation behind. So like the Chariot in reverse is like you don't have to go. Maybe you thought you had to go. Because you're ending these toxic cycles, and it's probably with this King of Swords. But the Nine of Cups is like, you actually feel happier than you have in a very long time, and this is your sign to feel joy and to make a wish, because something good is coming your way. And it may even just be, this Devil card could also be that you've like integrated your shadow, done your shadow work, done your shadow self, you've integrated it. Or also when the veil is lifted, because in this card he has he's like a puppet master, so like maybe you can't be played anymore, because you know you see the big picture now, and so you can't be deceived. This could be you now. This is very exciting stuff here. If you enjoyed this reading, please like it in the comments and let me know if it resonated for you, and let me know what that meant to you. So I'd love to hear from you, and you can always subscribe to the channel as well. Okay, so let's see, let's do this one. Group 3. All right, Group 3. This is the Ethereal Tarot, and this one is with the Lepidolite, which is a beautiful like lavender color. It's iridescent. Love it. All right. Okay, so let's shuffle this up and see what card most represents you. What card most represents Group 3 here? Let's see what card most represents Group 3. Sorry, my cat keeps like inching closer and closer. I need a little room, Odie. I need a little room. Okay. What card represents the questioner? Okay. Ten of Wands, yeah. This is the same card that Group 2 got. They had it in reverse, but this is leaving behind a tough situation. You're going to be putting these burdens down. You've been carrying them a long time. You've proven that you're like resilient. You've been determined. But it's heavy, you know, and you can't live like this forever, and it's like you're getting to the end of the road here, and you're going to be putting these down, and you are going to feel light as air, like a weight has been lifted off of your shoulders. But right now, you're feeling the weight of the load, and you know, like your patience is wearing thin. But so 10s are the end of cycle. It starts back at the 1, but in tarot, the 10 is the end of the, you know, the pip card. So it's like the end of the cycle. So this feeling of being overburdened is this is how you feel right now, but it's coming to an end. So, like, you know, don't feel like this is forever. The only thing in this life that is constant is change. So things always will change. And with this eclipse happening today and on March 3rd, there's going to be some changes. You know, they don't always have to be big ones, but a lot of times they are. Sometimes they are. And yeah, so just know that this isn't forever. It's for right now. And what are you releasing? Strength, like the need to always be strong all the time, right? Like you can see this right here. You're releasing this the need to be brave all the time, the need to outwardly not show fear. Um, you know, it's like you put on a brave face all the time, but it's like almost like it's a bit of a mask, because you don't want people to know your insecurities, right? And so you are releasing this because you want to have more connection and be more authentic with the people that you love, the people in your life. Or if you don't have a lot of people in your life, you want to have connections, more connections. So you're releasing this. And also it's like too, like it's kind of like one of these things that you probably did not have to be strong all the time. Nobody expects you to have it all together all the time. But it's like, you know, finding the right people to communicate with, share your emotions with, trusting people. Hold on, this is a long reading. Excuse me. Okay. So next step is what do you need to transmute? Okay, that's better. You might be having trouble expressing, because that was my throat chakra. You might be having trouble. Like, it's very painful for you to express your true feelings. That was wild. I literally couldn't speak. It was like preventing me from speaking because I was going to like cough. Wow, that was wild. So yeah. So what do you need to transmute? The Tower. Yeah, you're going to have a Tower moment this month with the eclipse. It brings change, sudden change. Now, the thing with the Tower is that it falls because it's necessary for it to fall. You know, it's built on an unstable foundation. And when it's built on an unstable foundation, it doesn't take much settling of the foundation for it to to topple over. And so basically, it happens because there's just too much on your plate. You can't hold it all up. It's starting to become too much of a burden, too much of weight, and it's the universe's way of coming in and cleaning house and taking some things off of your plate that were too much. Like you may have too many things going on in your life, obviously, here, and it clears that. So it's something you don't see coming. Let's see. Let me pull the other ones, and then I can clarify that one. But they might clarify themselves. What are you calling in the Hermit? It's like a spiritual journey. You are calling in, like, you want to do some soul searching and really understand what, what the motivations are. Excuse me. Yeah. You're calling in this spiritual, it's like you want to know what the, divine meanings are, the divine purpose, like, of this life. Why are we here? What does it all mean? But also just to go within and to, like, really do some soul searching and to, like, understand yourself, your motivations, what it is you want out of life. A lot of times we don't even have time to think about that kind of stuff, and we just go and go and go without any real purpose because we're in survival mode and we're constantly just trying to make sure, we uphold all our responsibilities and don't, like, start dropping the plates. And so we don't have time. And so a tower comes in, and so that's going to give you motivation to, like, see what's really in your soul and your heart, and like, find spirituality. Like, there's a star in here in this lantern, and that's like, that's the message he gets from the heavens, and he brings it back down after he's, like, transmuted it, so he can share what he's learned with the people. Is that 4? That's what you are calling in. What you don't see coming is the star. And the star, it's like she's receiving both the Hermit and the star. So you're going to be healing from this tower moment, and you're going to be healing from this. Like, whatever it is, it's like it became too much. The tower is falling, whether this be in, like, work or home or life or all three. And so that it gives you, like, this spiritual journey. But the star talks about, receiving, like, downloads from the heavens, and achieving, like, emotional equilibrium. You kind of, like, stripped raw to rebuild back what's really important to you. I feel like this has to do with some, like, illusions being shattered, as we said in the beginning of the reading. But it puts you in a new place, a new perspective, and gives you new purpose, new life's purpose. It's a time to emotionally, like, regenerate and rest. Okay, so what challenges are coming up? The 6 of Cups. The challenges are, like, you may be living in the past a little bit, or have been living in the past, and so, like, it's like your memories are better than your current time, or you might have, like, rose-colored glasses on when it comes to your past. These challenges could also just be your children. You see there's children here. The challenge could be, like, you could be just some things coming up around the home, and, I mean, I don't know what the challenge would be, but, like, they could be, like, needing more than usual, or some challenges that, like, you're helping them with, right? And then the blessings are the 6 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like in this case, the 6 of Cups is that, like, what I said in the first place was that it was the living in the past and the memories and rose-colored glasses, looking fondly on the past, or, like, just kind of wondering why life didn't turn out how you expected it to, right? But it says that the blessings is the 6 of Swords, so you're going to be moving on from this situation. it's like you learn so much here and experience so much that it's like you're just like kind of like going to change a lot of different things based on this healing that you've had and what you've learned from your soul searching here with the Hermit. What other blessings are coming in? Eight of Cups. This is also a card of moving on, but this is going on a spiritual journey, and it comes up a lot with the Hermit, but you have it here in your blessings. So, uh, yeah, the blessings are that you are finding your spirituality, you're like finding out about life's mysteries, life's purpose, and this actually, in the Rider-Waite deck, it's the only card in the deck that has an eclipse on it. So something about the eclipse is bringing in big blessings and is moving you from rocky waters to more calm shores. And then you got the Seven of Cups, so it's like going to open up a lot of choices for you. This one's kind of scary looking. But so the reason it's scary is because having a lot of it represents like fears and worries when making choices, but it's coming up in your blessings, and so it means you need to like do the research of all these choices or worries to choose the right one. So like each cup has like a different choice in it, and it's about like oh, I gotta pick the right one, but you have a lot of choices, and it's also growth because 7 and 8. So a lot going on here, you guys. Let's see, is there anything else that needs clarifying? I mean, this just seems like a very big month for you, Group 3. Let me know if that resonated for you. Pop it in the comments, and I would love to hear from you guys. And if you like this video and you made it this far, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks. Bye. Happy eclipse time.